I was watching before, there was this movie with Jeff Bridges and Robin Williams from 1991, 1991. Robin Williams had an air freshener around his neck. It looked really gross. It looks kind of like, I mean, I've been in situations that have looked that, whatever, not, and then I left, thank God. But, like, not purposeful inspection, but I don't know what else to label it. And then in the movie, it did have, like, what level of poverty were you living in? Right, well, let's put it this way. Between Linda's day and age, where they learned to sew, I was able to make a beanbag. They taught us how to sew a beanbag, but we were not, like, with the sewing machine, we weren't taught seamstress anything or tailoring of any kind in elementary school or junior high or high school. So when I was out in the workforce or the work world or trying to make my bills and ends meet, being left in this disgusting situation without whatever, when my hem of my pants came undone or unraveled, being that clothing was hard to keep whatever, and I would keep the uniform or the piece of article of clothing for a while, I would use a stapler. So I actually had an office stapler, OFFICESTAPLER, and I would staple the hem of my pants, in my work pants, if they came undone. That's different education system as it slid into whatever this is. I don't know. Now I'm like, so I don't know what to call it, but in sedation almost of, I don't know. But being forced into this position, no less. I mean, it's not even like this is something you choose. I can even see it under my eyes right now. And my color of my lips. But anyhow, so, I mean, it's an awful movie. Well, I mean, again, not critiquing. It's meant to be whatever it's meant to be. I couldn't watch it. He got up on the table and said whatever he said, and I'm just like, oh my God. And then I waited for Linda to get back to ask if I could change the channel, and that's when I saw the staple, but then I left the room. But that's the level of poverty, is a staple. But it's a slide in education as well, and in ability to have skills, life skills. I mean, like, life skills, simple life skills aren't even taught. So this way you can at least gain access to some form of a craft. So you have some kind of backbone in order to perfect and make a living for yourself. Forget making a name for yourself, but just make a living just to fall back on. As a member of New York's public school education system. And then here's the difference between the last 2 decades in my childbearing years, which have been horribly, which Robin Williams makes a reference to that in the movie, which is whatever. So, with Benjamin, Daniel, and Alex, there was one TV in the entire house, and it was cartoons, but together, and mostly at night, before we retired for bed. And mostly it would be outside in the backyard, or sometimes I'd throw a football in the front yard with them and play a little bit of music. When we were in Ronkonkoma. That was, but they would be outside, and it was like, no, go play with your friends next door, or go outside. I tried to stay on, like, the Leave It to Beaver schedule of little TV and zero computer. There was no need for them to have a computer. The only electronics that were introduced, my mom introduced them. But between Eve and Alexander and Anthony being 20th century year 5 and 20th century year 12 in entry, now it's like I can't keep the machine out of his life. I want to go to the park with him today. It's a beautiful day. And I can't get him out. Then, on the other hand, I'm like, there's so much something in the air that I'm breathing in, causing this and this to look. I'm like, I don't even know if it's a healthy choice to go outside. That's how horrible it's become. And I have, like, from breathing outside, trying to breathe anyway, there's, like, this weird, there's this weird chemical mixture that's breathed in that you can almost taste on your tongue. It's so gross being in this area. But it's hard to get him out. And then the other thing is that if I get him out, is it more healthy than staying inside, avoiding the breathing of this noxious stuff that I can't see in some mixture I can't even test to see what it is? I don't have the utilities to do so. Or it's better for him to play on a machine. I don't know. I mean, it's this double-edged sword catch-22. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, it's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxies, Broca, Speyside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.